Yes. Is this a segment about censorship? Yes. Is this also a segment about making fun of Democrats melting down? Absolutely. Um, all right. I want to be very careful with this. YouTube, listen to me very carefully. This is a congressional representative. Now, there is no imagery of questionable body parts or anything of that nature being done, but Democrat Representative Robert Garcia says that since Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, you know me, showed her wang bone pic. There we go. I think if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying here. Well, Representative Democrat Robert Garcia wants to bring his own wang bone picture. Idiocracy was a movie, but I don't like the real one, okay? I don't. When I started this thing 8 years ago, God, I was an idealistic bastard. God, there's so much I want to warn that young man about. If I could go back in time, there's so many things I want to warn him about. So many things I got to warn about, young kid about, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. None of you have to believe me. Just listen.
And we should not stand by as the richest man on the planet gives himself and his companies huge tax cuts while the American people get absolutely nothing. Now, I find it ironic, of course, that our chairwoman, Congresswoman Greene, is in charge of running this committee. Now, in the last Congress, Chairwoman Greene literally showed a dick pic.
God help us. I don't think we're going to make it.
In our oversight congressional hearing. So I thought I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk.
So are you just like, when you go to the John and you whip it out, does it look like Elon? Is that what you're saying? Or do you wish it looked like Elon? Like Representative Garcia, is there something you want to share with us here? Like what? And he's not the president of the United States. He's just, what's going on with the world?
I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk. He's also the world's richest man. He was the biggest political donor in the last election. He has billions of dollars in conflicts of interest. And we know that he is leading a power grab, also abided by and encouraged by Donald Trump and, of course, the chairwoman, Congresswoman
Jenny Lynn, it's the fall of Rome. Just way more R word, okay? There. Full on R. We're going full on R here, folks. I wasn't ready for this anarchy.
Green. But I also want to run through what DOGE actually is going to do. It's a demolition plan that's going to run through our government. DOGE is trying to abolish the Department of Education. That means opportunities denied to kids. It means you're ripping away opportunities for children with disabilities who are dependent on this money. You're also halting medical research, which is also critical, which we have to also stop. The idea that we're going to eliminate or destroy the Department of National Institutes of Health, NIH, is crazy. Let's talk about the Department of Labor. We're talking about protections for working people across this country, where people can actually complain about abuses their companies are making against them and their coworkers. Workers are now going to be in danger. Let's also talk about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Another,
I just want to bring this up here too, right? Because he's bringing up all these institutions and everything else in between. First of all, they're bloated, they're fat, they're corrupt, and they don't work. Number two, saying that Elon Musk was the largest donor is actually a lie, because there are Democrat lawmakers, there are Democrat donors, collectively $2 billion worth went to Kamala's campaign. Last I checked, she got a big boon of money, and they went broke. And we don't talk about the influence of George Soros with the Democrats or any of their other multi-billionaire friends. I mean, the new DNC chair loves good billionaires. How much money are they going to be working for on the stage to get that good billionaire money? Democrats who weren't complaining when Trump and Elon and Zuckerberg were giving you some money. I remember. Everybody, hell, even Jeff Bezos, when he was throwing down the dollars for you Democrats, you were ready to twerk, 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 twerk. But all of a sudden, Elon Musk is the end-all, be-all bad guy. Look, he ain't no saint, but he's not the only one. I'm getting annoyed that everyone's saying that's all Elon. So Elon just one day woke up and said, hey, everybody, I'm the bad guy. While the other ones are hiding in the shadows. Brilliant, brilliant Democrats. You ever going to look into that, Representative Garcia? No, probably not.
Huge issue for us. Think about the scammers and fraudsters that will be empowered across this country because Elon Musk wants, essentially, these companies have more power over consumers and over people across.
Yes, isn't that great? He's talking about consumers, and everyone needs to be worried about DOGE and DOGE this and DOGE that. And of course, he went on to CNN like a loser.
I want to hear why, but do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging?
We got big balls, we got hairy balls. Now we're calling Elon Musk a dick. Okay, hey. Peak idiocracy at this point. All right. We're getting there. All right. I, Kit Adrian Cabello, will invest $10 into the Brando Energy Drink Corporation. And we've come up with a new slogan. That's right. We got a new sponsor. Brando. It's what plants crave. I'm going to cry later tonight.
I want to hear why, but do you think that calling Elon Musk a dick is effective messaging for confronting what is?
Hold on. First of all, Jenny Lynn, why would you? Please don't. You're better than me. Don't promote this, Jenny. Don't do it. Graham Riot works. Get up, go see the White House counselor right now. I like it when she talks dirty. El Pardo, get up, go see the White House counselor. Best timeline ever. All right. Let's see. A preschool class is more effective than Congress. Natalie Williams, you're hitting the nail on the head. All right. Big Basil, get up, go see the White House counselor. It's got electrolytes. Most of you need to go see the EMK. Go see the White House counselor. Go.
Is a potentially irreversible transformation of the U.S. government.
Well, he is a dick. And I think that he's also
Oh, wow. That'll show him. Hey, man, you're a dick. It's all right. Hold on. We'll rewind that one more time.
Well, he is a dick. And I think that he's also harming the American public in an enormous way. And what I think is really important and what the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight for democracy, for the future of this country. And it's important to push back on the chairperson of this committee. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about having decorum, about bipartisanship. This is the person that lies more than anybody else in the entire Congress. And so if she is going to make a mockery of hearings, I want to make sure that us as Democrats are bringing that same level of energy. And of course, after those comments, we went into exactly what Elon Musk is trying to do, dismantling the Department of Labor, dismantling the Department of Education, dismantling all of our consumer protection agencies.
You know, it's rather interesting. I forget which one. I think it was Jenny Lynn or one of my other commentators who wrote, it's interesting how Democrats remember workers when they're no longer in power. Oh, so now you care about all of it. Well, shut up. No one cares now.
And so it's all important, but it's also important to get the attention of the American public and call Elon Musk out for what he is, and to make people know that Marjorie Taylor Greene is not a serious legislator and she shouldn't be treated as such.
Yeah, but you're talking about dicks, all right? Everyone's talking about stuff. And see, here's the thing. A lot of Democrats right now, they're afraid because they're going to be exposed. Here's Miss Waters right here. Remember her? She confronted that one security guy in front of the Department of Education. And you know what? I am standing by my statement. If the Democrats really gave a damn about the Department of Education on that day, then they should have been taking notes from the MPs from South Korea. Because if those MPs were going to face off against the South Korean military, go through the front gate, climb a wall, sneak in, skydive in, do a Shawshank Redemption getting inside that parliamentary building. Well, then the Democrats should have done, and Miss Waters should have like done a kung fu chop. I mean, I saw what she did to Michael Tracy's hand. That was a brutal attack. Take it away, Miss Waters. There's something you want to say. It's only 17 seconds.
The people of this country are being violated because all of our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
Oh, no. Wait, was that another slip that we caught in 4K, 8K, 40K? I had to throw my Warhammer 40K reference in. You don't know what they have on all of you? Well, oh my goodness. Did you do some nefarious insider trading? Do you have some nefarious connections here and there? It's something about money? MONEY? Some emails and messages going back and forth? Talks about suppression and censorship, cancel culture, the abuse of power, absolute power and no responsibility. Say that again so my people can hear it?
What all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
Oh, no. One more time.
And Trump, and we don't know what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. We don't know what they have on us. Okay. So wait a minute. Because I want to pull up something else here as well. Because the Democrats, because again, there's a first DOGE committee hearing that's to become a referendum on Elon Musk. And there's a lot to be said about Elon Musk, but the way the Democrats are acting, I've seen this before. When a grifter, when a fraudster is called out, when they are confronted, they get panicked, they get all puffy, they get scared. The star of the first delivery of the Government Efficiency Subcommittee hearing in the House Wednesday was an individual not in attendance, Elon Musk. Democrats on the panel took a tense aim at Musk, who is heading the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Strong bad, you are always our DOGE initiative under President Trump, accusing him of breaking the law in his quest to eliminate spending he deems wasteful and analyze government payments. Well, gee, I kind of want to know where all this wasteful spending is going, Democrats, because all of this is being revealed in real time. The corruption is being shown. Why are you in such a quick rush to form a phalanx wall against it? Why are you trying to protect it, Democrats? While we're sitting here, Donald Trump, Woogie Boogie Boogie, and Elon Musk are recklessly, illegally dismantling the federal government, shutting federal agencies down. Hey, whoa, don't refresh your face. Don't ever refresh. Trying to read this from my people. Shuttering federal agencies, firing federal workers, withholding funds vital to the safety and well-being of our communities, and hacking our sensitive data systems. Ranking member Representative Melina Stansbury, Democrat from New Mexico. Didn't know there was one. Well, she repeatedly said Musk should testify under oath before the panel. But Republicans on the subcommittee, which is chaired by MTG, you know me, fiercely defended Musk's actions, even in the wake of federal judges attempting to stop some of his actions. MTG said the ruling blocking DOGE from accessing the Treasury Department's payment was absurd. And Green issued a warning. We will hold this judge and others who try to stop the will of the people and their elected leaders accountable. The whole D.C. swamp is freaking out that the unelected officials from DOGE were allowed to access these systems. That makes no sense, Green said. Federal judges were not elected. The Treasury bureaucrats were not elected, and they have failed to fix the problem that is enabling American taxpayers to be robbed. By the way, just so you know, MTG isn't no saint. Check out Unusual Whales on Twitter, on X, because you'll find out what your fantastic congressional lawmakers are doing with insider trading. MTG's there. So's Dan Crenshaw. So's Nancy Pelosi. So's Ro Khanna. See, bipartisanship. We can all get screwed up the wazoo by both Democrat and Republican lawmakers because they're doing all that insider trading. They've been making a killing. It's almost as if they know that the game is rigged. Representative Robert Garcia from the great state of California took a swipe at Musk by making reference to MTG previously showing a censored intimate photos of Hunter Biden, former President Biden's son, in a hearing in 2023. Well, that is kind of funny. Isn't it interesting that Biden pardoned his son and it's over now? Isn't that interesting? In the last Congress, Chairwoman Green literally showed a wang bone pic in an oversight congressional hearing. So I thought I'd bring one as well, Garcia said. A staff member for Garcia then pulled it out. Oh, a poster board with a photo of Doge head. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk, because they just can't get Elon Musk out of their head. You know what it is? I think they're upset that he divorced himself from them, because he's no longer giving the Democrats any money. Okay. So what is the whole purpose of this? The Democrats are trying to cover up all the corruption and do roadblocks and trying to put on this fake resistance show, trying to regain momentum. But the problem with the Democrats is that they have no plan. They have no initiative. And this goes even further about the Democrats not able to course correct, because they're still trying to rely on outrage and cancel culture. And it's just not it. So I want to pull up this here about Democrats and why they failed, because they don't have a spokesperson. They don't have a plan, especially when you look at the fact that who they rely on, like AOC and the squad, it ain't it.
You know, Congressman Don Beyer said, quote, "We're still looking for that national spokesperson." And it could be that Hakeem becomes that national voice. It hasn't happened yet. So why do you think that is the case? And is it a lack of a prominent messenger, or is it the message itself?
Oh, I think it's a few things. First, let me just say this about Donald Trump. It's not just joining him and going along for the ride. It's saying these are a couple issues that we can work with you on and actually get some of these things over the finish line by working together. In return, maybe help us on a couple things. I do believe that is still possible. As it relates to leadership, I think Hakeem Jeffries is a rising star. I know him well. I consider him a friend. I think he should be more visible. But we made a terrible mistake. When I say we, the Democratic Party, by elevating Joe Biden without any competition, without any platform or stage for next generation leaders, and the absence of that opportunity that we totally ceded to Republicans over the course of a year, means that Americans did not get to see one compelling next generation candidate on the national stage. And now we have to wait 4 years. That's where we went wrong. That's why Americans do not know who's in charge of the Democrats. And that's why Americans are wondering, what does the party stand for? The next leader has to clarify a strategy that appeals to Americans where they're at. And the fact of the matter is, what we're prioritizing, Laura, I just have to be objective. I love my party. I love our values and principles. I believe in compassion and decency and equity and equality, but we are not pursuing it in a way that Americans are buying. And the evidence is all we need in the last election. And that's the truth. And it's time to start elevating new candidates and allowing people to compete for the position of representing Democrats who have a message that's compelling. It's not AOC.
You have been
Oh, AOC. It sure as hell ain't you. I mean, you could go ahead and run to Elon Musk if you want. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's there. But after hearing that, I mean, I remember in 2018, all the hype around AOC, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Presley, Rashida Tlaib, every single one of them. They ain't it. You know what that means.
Oof, 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 oof.
They're done. And they're relying on these attacks against Elon Musk and Doge as a way to garner sympathy. They're trying to make a name for themselves. You see, even then, if they could successfully do anything to block Doge, you're not going to follow through on it because they don't have their boogeyman. They don't have the numbers. The Democrats have lost their majority in the House and Senate, and they lost the White House. Now, to be clear here, the Republican Party is definitely not better. All right. But it is interesting watching a party. And I think we have to make this into a full-on study of a full decline of a political institution. The Democrats have an identity. It's not that they don't have an identity. No, the Democrats do. And the thing is, now everybody realizes that they don't like what they're seeing, because the Democrats' whole perception, their whole idea was for no one to look past the mask, the filters, the makeup. You know, on Instagram, when you see these, beautiful people, but it's all fake. There's a green screen in the background. Their face has been digitalized. That's the Democrat Party. They never stood for anything. And their heavyweight champions, well, they were nothing but empty suits. All what they think about is their political career. And since there's no uniformity, Since their great coalition has fallen apart, since people are tired of the lies and being strung around, the Democrats are trying to make themselves known as trying to go after two high-profile people, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And to be clear here, yes, Donald Trump and Elon Musk should be held accountable for whatever they do. Don't turn a blind eye to that. Absolutely not. But my counter to the Democrats and to the liberals, especially when you go into 2026 for the midterm election cycle, are you bastards only going to be talking about impeachment or arresting Elon Musk or trying to, implement more things to hold his administration accountable, firing people, all this stuff? Like, what exactly are you going to do? Because it seems to me they only have one mindset, and that is fighting Elon and Donald Trump. Well, the problems in this country were happening long before Elon Musk or Donald Trump got into office, got into power, or became front and center headline names, especially in American politics. They have no plan, so they want to go after DOGE. You're treating this like a Saturday morning cartoon. So for the midterm election cycle, be prepared to hear DOGE and impeaching Trump and arresting Elon from the Democrats. And to anybody that's going to be promoting to tell you to vote Democrat, they're not serious. They're trying to swindle you. They're trying to scam you. They're melting down over DOGE. They're calling Elon Musk a dick. Oh, great. You know what's a real dick move, Democrats? Lying to your voting base. You want to know what's a real dick move, Democrats? Turning a blind eye to corruption. You want to know what's a real dick move, Democrats? A lot of you guys serving the House and Senate, guys and gals, there you go, doing insider trading and not being held accountable for your corruption. You know what's a real dick move, Democrats? The fact that many of you are not stepping up to the fact that we have an aging problem in Congress. That's a glorified old folks home. You know what's a dick move, Democrats? Voting for war. You know what's a real dick move, Democrats? Bailing out the banks and the corporations. You know what's a real dick move, Democrats? You guys and gals promoting censorship. That's a real dick move.